Good morning. Deny McNally.
I got a slew of violations for you. I sentenced you on February 4th, 26. I'll go through the violations one by one with you. We'll go from there. Count 1 alleges that you failed to attend the court work program on February 21 of 26. Do you understand the charge?
Yes.
Count 2 alleges that you failed to enroll in weekly testing as ordered on February 11 of 26. Do you understand the charge?
Yes.
Count 3 alleges that you failed to enroll in weekly testing on February 16th of 26. Do you understand the charge? Count 4 alleges that you failed to refrain from consuming alcohol.
This case escalates fast. What starts as a routine probation check quickly turns into something much bigger. We're not talking about 1 or 2 violations. This is a pattern. A long list of missed obligations, ignored court orders, and repeated noncompliance. The real question is, how does someone rack up this many violations in such a short time? And what happens next when the court runs out of patience?
Soberlink blows. Failure to submit on March 4th at 7 a.m., 3 p.m., 7 p.m., and 11 p.m. You understand the charge?
Yes.
Count 5 that you failed to submit to Soberlink blows. That would be on March the 5th at 7 a.m., 11 a.m., 3 p.m., 7 p.m., and 11 p.m. Do you understand the charge?
Yes.
Count 6, you failed to submit to Soberlink blows March the 6th, 7 a.m., 11 a.m., 7 p.m., and 11 p.m. Do you understand the charge?
Yes.
Count 7, you failed to submit to Soberlink blows on March the 8th, 7 a.m., 3 p.m., 7 p.m., and 11 p.m. Do you understand the charge?
Yes.
Count 8, that you failed to submit to Soberlink blows on March 9th at 7 a.m. and 11 p.m. Do you understand the charge?
Yes.
We have
I'm sorry.
23 counts. Failure to submit to Soberlink blows is ordered on March the 12th. At 7, this is count 9, at 7 p.m. and 11 p.m. Do you understand the charge?
Yes.
Count 10, you failed to submit to Soberlink blows on March 13th at 7 a.m., 3 p.m., 7 p.m., and 11 p.m. Do you understand the charge?
Yes.
Count 11, that you failed to submit to Soberlink blows is ordered on March the 14th at 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. Do you understand the charge?
Yes.
Count 12, that you failed to submit to Soberlink blows is ordered on March the 15th at 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. Do you understand the charge?
Yes.
Count 13, that you failed to submit to Soberlink blows on March the 16th at 7 a.m. Do you understand the charge?
Yes.
You got to keep your voice up.
Yes.
Count 14, that you failed to submit to Soberlink blows on March the 17th at 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. Count 15, you failed to submit to Soberlink blows on March the 18th at 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. Count 16, you failed to submit to Soberlink blows on March the 9th at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. Do you understand all those charges?
Yes.
Count 17, you failed to submit the blows on March the 20th at 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. Count 18, you failed to submit to Soberlink blows on March 22nd at 7 a.m., 11 a.m., and 7 p.m. Do you understand the charges?
Yes.
Count 19, you failed to submit to Soberlink blows on March the 23rd at 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. Count 20, you failed to submit to Soberlink blows on March the 24th at 7 a.m., 11 a.m., and 7 p.m. Count 21, that you failed to submit to Soberlink blows on March the 25th at 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. Count 22, you failed to submit to Soberlink blows on March the 27th at 7 a.m. And finally, count 23, that you failed to submit to Soberlink blows is ordered on March the 29th at 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. Do you understand all charges here, ma'am?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, if you're found guilty, these are all arising out of different events, transactions, or occurrence. Your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for 93 days. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Did you sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form here today?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, you have the right to a lawyer. I'll be happy to provide you with one at public expense. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Would you like a lawyer?
Yes.
I'll give you one. You go meet with the attorney, then you'll come back in front of me. Any questions?
No.
Good luck. People against Janaya Amani Ariane Guinea, 25W839-829A.
Everyone has got this immediately.
Your name, ma'am?
And I am,
Just put on your.
I arraigned her. I entered a not guilty plea for purposes of arraignment. How does she wish to proceed?
Because I think these have been sorted into 23 violations.
Right.
It's getting guilty to all the violations we discussed right now. That's just,
So you understand your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for 93 days. True?
yes.
Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes.
You plead guilty. You'll be giving up all those rights. And we are not going to have a trial of any kind. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. As to count one, that you failed to attend the court work program on February 21 of 26. How do you plead?
Yes.
Did you fail to attend the court work program on that date?
Yes.
Did you fail to attend the court work program on that date of February 21 of 26?
Yes.
Count two, that you failed to enroll in weekly testing on February 11th. How do you plead?
Yes.
Count three, you failed to enroll in weekly testing on February 16 of 26. How do you plead?
Yes.
Did you fail to enroll in testing on those 2 days?
Yes.
Now, counts 4 through 23 all allege failure to submit to Soberlink lows. I've already arraigned her. I'm just going to go ahead and ask, ma'am, did you fail to submit to Soberlink blows pertaining to count 4 on February 4 of 26, on March 4 of 26?
Yes.
So how do you plead to that charge?
Yes.
Count 5, that you failed to submit the blows as ordered on March the 5 of 26. How do you plead?
Yes.
Count 6, that you failed to submit to Soberlink blows on March the 6th. How do you plead?
Yes.
Count 7, that you failed to submit to Soberlink.
At this point, the scale of the situation becomes undeniable. 23 separate counts, each one representing a missed responsibility tied directly to probation. Legally speaking, these aren't minor slip-ups. They show a consistent failure to comply with court order conditions. And in probation cases, consistency matters. 1 or 2 violations might get leniency, but 23? That signals to the judge that something deeper is going wrong. What do you think? Should the court still show mercy here? Or is this already too far gone?
Blows on March the 8th. How do you plead? Count 9, that you failed to submit to Soberlink blows on March the 9th of 26. How do you plead?
Yes.
Count 10, that you failed to submit to Soberlink blows on March the 12th of 26. How do you plead? Count 10, that you failed to submit to Soberlink blows on March the 13th. How do you plead?
Yes.
Count 11, that you failed to submit to Soberlink blows on March the 14th. How do you plead?
Yes.
Count 12, that you failed to submit to Soberlink blows on March the 15th. How do you plead?
Yes.
Count 13, that you failed to submit to Soberlink blows on March the 16th of 26. How do you plead?
Yes.
Count 14, that you failed to submit to Soberlink blows on March the 17th. How do you plead? Count 15, that you failed to submit to Soberlink blows as ordered on March the 18th of 26. How do you plead?
Yes.
Count 16, that you failed to submit to Soberlink blows on March the 19th. How do you plead?
Yes.
Count 17, you failed to submit the blows on March the 20th. How do you plead?
Yes.
Count 18, you failed to submit the blows on March the 22nd, 26. How do you plead?
Yes.
Count 19, you failed to submit the blows on March the 23rd of 26. How do you plead?
Yes.
Count 20, that you failed to submit the blows on March the 24th of 26. How do you plead?
Yes.
Count 21, that you failed to submit the blows on March the 25th of 26. How do you plead?
Yes.
And count 22, You failed to submit the blows on March the 27th and 26th. How do you plead?
Yes.
Count 23, you failed to submit the blows on March the 29th. How do you plead?
Yes.
Did you fail to submit two Soberlink blows on March 4th, 5th, 6th, 8th, 9th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 27, and 29?
Yes.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
What? What's going on now?
Judge, clearly, she's off to a poor start on probation. Ms. O'Donnell,
Who's this with you?
It's okay.
Holy.
we came up with the same potential solution independently that, maybe a tether would be a good idea.
Can I see the screen? Do you work?
Yes.
Where?
Yes. Yes.
What do you do there? Now listen,
What's this thing?
I'm not boring you, am I? What are you yawning like that for? Are you tired? I'm asking you a question.
No.
Well, why are you yawning if you're not tired and I'm not boring you?
You just came.
Did you take care of this ticket out of 25th District Court for driving under the influence?
No, I took care of Taylor and
Why
one.
don't you go over to the 25th District Court and take care of that?
I was waiting on my check.
How immature are you?
Huh?
How immature are you?
I'm very sure.
Who are you living with?
This is where the tone shifts from procedural to personal. The judge isn't just listing violations anymore. He's trying to understand behavior. But notice the disconnect. The defendant acknowledges the issues, yet struggles to take full accountability. From a legal perspective, this moment is critical. Judges often look for signs of responsibility, effort, and change. Without that, even explanations, no matter how emotional, start to lose weight. So ask yourself, is this someone overwhelmed by life, or someone simply not taking the court seriously?
I live with my sister. I live with two people. My mom and sister.
How long you been working at DMC?
Just started. I was in school.
Where were you going to school at?
Providing for training and their.
Did you graduate?
Yeah.
You said phlebotomy training?
Yes. For medical assistant.
Well, I only sentenced you February 4th. Reports as a student, no income, $200 a month of bridge card benefits, single, no children. Graduated high school in 19. I ordered you to clear all your warrants by March the 1. You didn't do that. You got a big problem here, and I'm trying to figure out how I can do to save you. You cannot do this. You can't just ignore courts like this. I don't know what you're thinking. I mean, you put yourself in a horrible position here. Sir, you got to get her to grow up, or life's going to be an awful long experience, not a pleasant one. Wow. And you were then the one bawling out here in the courthouse in the hallway?
Yes.
What? Realization that you can't just thumb your nose at a court. Is that what it was?
This problem is new, so I don't really understand stuff like this. I'm not really a bad person. I don't have a problem with doing it, but when it's about my time, right? I'm really fast, so the time it just about my head, and I get thrown off because I be doing one specific thing. I know, so it just be a lot, and then I'm like lifting gear. Plus therapies, it's like all this is taking my money for me to even eat or have stuff to kind of like be able to handle my business. It's just a lot. It is a lot. I'm young, I'm 24, I don't have no kids. So I'm trying to do the best I can by giving all my money away and stuff like that. I pay these tickets. It is a lot. It's making me forget things and stuff.
You didn't go over to the 25th, like I told you, by March 1 and surrender on the warrant. I'm not excited about that. That was an OUIL. It's an OWI. I don't know what you're thinking. I really don't. I mean, I'm finding this one hard to believe. You did nothing. 23 counts of a probation violation. I could count on one finger probably the number of times I've gone to 23 counts on a probation violation. I'm serious. I mean, I'm not sure you've left me with any choice here. And the choice that you have left me with is not one that you're going to want. I don't know what to say. Can you give something positive to me?
She is enrolled in treatment. She is enrolled at the guidance center. She's going twice weekly, once for individual therapy, once for group sessions. She did get enrolled in that beginning, about the middle of the month in March. I was told about that. Again, I don't understand that it's a lot of stuff all at first, but when she was sentenced, I went over everything with her. I gave her all the paperwork. I then sent her an email that had all of her stuff listed out for her. When she missed testing, the first time she did call me on an unrelated matter, and I gave her the opportunity to go again on the 16th for testing to make up for that miss. She still didn't go, didn't reach out to me.
She's still drinking and or drugged.
That's it. I can't prove it.
No, you can't convince me otherwise.
No, I'm not drinking. I don't have a problem. Not drinking. It's not the issue. It's just I don't have no ride, sir. I don't have no ride. I'm using my lift.
You had a Soberlink device that should be right with you at all times.
It's with me. I'm low.
Well, why did you have to get a ride to go take the Soberlink? You've missed all these tests. You've missed somewhere in the neighborhood of 60 or 70 tests.
The problem is I'm just not blowing at the correct time you guys have. Like you had me blow 7 a.m. I'm already at work. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
We talked about changing her testing times when she was sent.
that's just the problem. I'm blowing. It's just not the right time.
All right.
That makes sense.
Judge, there are times where she is late on the blows, but I didn't even include all the late ones. I just included the ones that she missed completely or was over 3 hours late on.
All right. Well, you got 23 technical violations here. Okay. Now, you cannot do this. You cannot do this.
Judge, if I could,
Yep.
if she's to remain on probation, my recommendation moving forward is that she have a SCRAM tether.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm already writing that down. I'm not going to assess any costs. I'm going to give you a break. But it's not going to be a break that you're going to like. Soberlink is to be replaced with a SCRAM when she's released from jail. 8 days jail, should be 80. So don't be complaining or crying about it on your way out of here. Do we understand one another? 8 days. That is a Christmas gift in March. Good luck. You no cost. And then you're going to coordinate getting the SCRAM off, or the Soberlink for the SCRAM, right? Thank you.
This case is a powerful example of how quickly probation can spiral out of control. In less than 2 months, 23 violations stacked up, missed tests, ignored orders, and ultimately a loss of the court's trust. The judge made it clear, this wasn't just about mistakes, it was about repeated disregard for responsibility. The result? Jail time and stricter monitoring moving forward. Cases like this highlight how important compliance is when you're given a second chance. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.